I went to Sabrina Carpenter's Halloween-themed show on the Short and Sweet tour, where we got exclusive Only Worn Once costumes, set changes, and even a different intro video. It was absolutely insane, and I need to tell y'all about it. Hi y'all, I'm Elle, the ultimate fangirl, and I've been a huge fan of Sabrina Carpenter since early Emails I Can't Send era. Even before like the actual album came out, I remember Skin came out and I was hooked. I love Skin so much. So when I found out I couldn't go to the Emails I Can't Send tour because her show in DC was the day after my Eras Tour show, I was literally heartbroken. Luckily for me, on the Short and Sweet tour, I could go. And looking at the dates for the shows, I noticed something. October 30th was our show date, the one in Dallas, and there was no October 31st show. We'd be going to Sabrina Carpenter's Halloween show. And if there's one thing we know about Sabrina Carpenter, her outfits on Halloween are always incredible. So I was very excited. When I found out that she was coming to Dallas on the day before Halloween, I instantly started designing costumes, and I started like planning for how I was gonna get the tickets. How was I even gonna afford them? Because in case you can't tell, I'm like broke. Like, ignore the Eras Tour poster in the background. I'm like a broke teenager, which by the way, subscribe, help me get to monetizing this so I can be not broke, but I'm a broke teenage girl. I had like less than a week to figure out how am I gonna afford floor Sabrina Carpenter seats. Okay, so I find funds. Essentially, what had happened was my parents had planned to take me to NoahCon in Dallas, but we had to cancel day of. So my parents said that they'd give me that amount of money for any other concert, and I hadn't really used it yet. So I had around $375 to spend on Sabrina Carpenter. So the day of the Cash App pre-sale comes around, and I am terrified because I sort of just joined the East Coast queues, not to be like mean, but just like to see how long the queues were. And when I saw 40,000, I was terrified, y'all. That was horrifying. And so I was like, okay, just admit it, you're not going to be able to get the tickets. You're not going to. But I think Ticketmaster knew when it put me 40,000 in the New York queue that I was not going to go to New York, because I think it knows where I live in a really scary way. Anyways, Ticketmaster loves me. Also, I'm going to start doing videos just like recapping all my concert experiences, just like this one. So again, subscribe. But what you're going to notice in all these videos, Ticketmaster literally loves me. I'm like always really high in the queue. So I joined the queue and my number is number 620 for the Cash App pre-sale. So I get in like a minute. Like, my Sabrina Ween Show Twitter group chat was like, oh, I'm like 12,000 in the queue. I was like, girl, what? I was like literally number 600. So I get in and I click on section 14, which is like the center floor section, row J, which isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad, and it's aisle. So the tickets were, I think, 160 each. So I was pushing it a bit. I just had to hope that the fees wouldn't exceed $50 and I would be good. So the fees brought it up to $390, which also $70 of fees on 2 tickets for literally no service at all. Like, you're literally a website. Like, you didn't do anything for me. That is insane. Can we just talk about that? Anyway, so what I have to do is I have to leave those tickets. I have to go find a different one that's cheaper. And seconds after I leave, those tickets are gone. So then I get into section 15, which is off to the side, seats 7 and 8 of row L. And that's not, again, it's not that bad. But section 15 is kind of like split up. So past like row like J-ish, it's kind of like even further back because there's a walkway through it. So it's pretty far back. But this is my only choice. I know I'm not getting those tickets if I don't get these, and I realize that's the same price, and I just have to get it. Like, I don't have if I do not get these tickets right now, I'm not going to Sabrina Ween. And that was a terrifying thought. Like, that thought shook me. I was scared, y'all. Anyways, the next day is time for like the Spotify fan pre-sale where they had like the fans first, guaranteed front row. And I was literally first in. I could have gotten those tickets for $180 each, but I didn't because I didn't know if my mom would be like okay with me doing that than reselling my old ones. And I actually want to cry every time I think about it because I could have been front row. Like, that would have been insane. I have so many regrets. Anyways, I had designed like a Halloween themed version of her iconic heart cutout dress, but I figured like without references and stuff it would just be like a bit too hard to make, and also I didn't want to like, I wanted to be more exact with like what her original designs looked like, and I didn't know if I wanted to include greens or not. It was just weird. So eventually I looked at and fell in love with her Jingle Ball outfit, and so of course I decided to make it. So throughout the months waiting for my show, I was making a few friendship bracelets, which I did not get to trade. They're on sale on Depop right now because I'm trying to get money for another music festival, but I made the bracelets. And then I also hand sewed my costume, and it was like, I'm so proud of it. It's probably one of the costumes I've made them most proud of. I think that was insane. I cannot believe I made it. Anyways, now that we have that out of the way, we're gonna cut to a few days before the show. So I actually had a Conan Gray show 4 days before the Sabrina show. I had a show on the 26th, Conan Gray, and then I had Sabrina on the 30th. So one thing about me is I love Conan Gray, and I also love his opener, Maisie Peters. So when I had the opportunity to meet her possibly at a bookstore at 1 p.m. that day, I knew I had to go. So we left at like 12:30. We left our house, and we did not get back until like 12:30 in the morning. So I was out all day, and I met Maisie Peters, which was insane. I do have a Conan Gray concert video. I will put it right up here. But what that resulted in was me being exhausted for the next few days. I literally like would be in PE class like, coach, please can I not do PE today? I had a show on Saturday, I have a show on Wednesday, please, like, it's not gonna work out. I'm doing my physical activity outside of school this week, okay? Please, I can't hurt my legs anymore because my calves are like, I thought I pulled a muscle. I'm so serious. No, I've never pulled a muscle before, so I don't know what it feels like, but I literally thought I pulled a muscle. Like, it hurt so bad to even like walk, and I was scared for Sabrina. Anyways, one other thing that happened like in the week before the show, I found out one of my friends that I sit with at lunch, he wanted to go to the Sabrina show, but his parents didn't want to go, so his parents said, if you can find someone else to go with whose parents are going, we can get you a resale ticket, you can go. So, me being the nice person that I am, we're gonna call him Jake for the sake of the story. I text Jake, I'm like, hey, I heard you talking about that. I have 2 tickets to Sabrina Carpenter. Me and my mom were gonna go. Would you want to go with me? They're floor tickets. I think he would have gone with not floor tickets, but, doesn't hurt. Anyway, so that's the other update, was the fact that me and Jake are now sitting on floor. My mom's and his resale ticket that's obstructed, like, upper bowl. Anyways, day of the show comes, and I'm literally, day of the show, rhinestoning my gloves with toxic glue. I'm like, I don't care if the toxic glue is still toxic when I wear them. They need to be perfect, okay? And one other thing was I was really delusional. I really thought Team Sabrina was gonna upgrade me because I like was posting about it all week, and I was so desperate, and they had been upgrading people on Twitter, and they upgraded 3 other people, by the way, and they did not upgrade me, and that was tragic. So I spent all day of the show just like rhinestoning and trying to get their attention and like trying so hard. I spent all day. I was literally telling all my friends like I will be upgraded. It was really embarrassing when I didn't. Anyways, so I did my hair and my makeup the morning, and then all day I was kind of just like, first of all, trying to get Team Sabrina to notice that I was going, but also I was just like kind of telling everyone like, I'm seeing Sabrina Carpenter today. I can't do any work today. Like, mentally, no, I cannot do chemistry right now. Like, I can do bed chem. Put that song on, I will dance. I can't do chemistry right now. I think I might have left school. I don't know if I left school early. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll just like leave school like 15 minutes early. I think it's just like the anticipation and like I can't be in class right now. I cannot do it. I'm going to see Sabrina Carpenter tonight. So I don't know if I like missed a bit of my last period. I don't remember skipping, but I don't know. Anyways, so go home. In the case that I didn't leave early, I would have gotten home at around 4:30 and we were leaving at 5. So I didn't have that long to get ready. Thank God I had already done my makeup and my hair. You know that my hair looks awful right now. It looks so dead. Oh my God, y'all. Ignore it. Just pretend it isn't there. Pretend I'm bald. Anyways, so I get in my costume. My dad gives me a look. And then I end up putting on a cute little Forever 21 choker I have. It's actually adorable. Anyways, I get my gloves, I get my bag packed, and my friend, Jake, he tells me I'm gonna be like 10 minutes late. It's okay. It's fine as long as we get there before Griff, who also, it was her last night opening for the Short and Sweet tour, and I love Griff. Absolutely love Griff. I was really excited. This will be important later. Anyway, so Jake gets here. He's in his Barry costume from the Please 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 music video. I'm in my Jingle Bell outfit. My mom's in regular jeans and a t-shirt. And we go, and instantly you can tell like it is Sabrinaween. Actually, ignore the fact that it's not Halloween today. It is October 30th. It is Sabrinaween in our hearts. So everyone's dressed up. They're not dressed up as Sabrina, actually, a lot. It was a lot of, like, angels and devils and fairies, and there were a lot of Scooby-Doo characters, and I saw someone in a Taylor costume, which they ate, but I was also a bit confused for a second. Anyways, at first I thought that would be fine. Later on, we'll discuss why that was not, in fact, fine. But yeah, So anyways, we get in and we get through security and I have to throw my water bottle away. I'm not happy about it, but I throw it away. You know, I have to get inside. I have to go see Miss Sabrina Carpenter. And then I go in and I find out that there is a poster, and I buy posters for all my concerts. Like, it's actually ridiculous. I have literally for like all of my concerts except for 2, I think. Except for 3 concerts. I have one for every single one. So I call up my other friend and I'm like, hey, could you fund my poster, please? And she's like, sure. And she literally sells me money. Like, we are in line for security. I'm just hoping you'll go through by then, you know. Anyways, money goes through and I get my poster. And then we go and we get waters. And I hate the way American Airlines Center, that's the venue we're at, the way that they do their waters actually kills me, because they take the water bottle and pour it in a cup, and the cup doesn't have a lid, and it kills me because you pay like $5 for a water and it could spill, and if it spills on my poster, I'm gonna cry. So it just kind of forces you to drink it all really fast and hope you don't get thirsty and hope you don't need to pee, and it is awful. American Airlines Center, I hate you for that. Anyway, so we get water and then we go down to our seats. And Jake here is really happy with them. And I had a problem. The problem was the man in front of me, who was like a good foot or so taller than me. I had a problem, but my mom then sent me her view and I couldn't complain because her view was a choice. And then Griff comes on and nobody's standing or singing. And I wanted to be here like screaming like, yes, girl, that's where to go. Like, I wanted to be having fun, but at the same time, like, I'm with like an acquaintance. So I like did not go all out. And Griff, please come here. Please come to Dallas and do a headline show. Please, Griff. Anyway, so everyone stands up for her cover of Girls Just Want to Have Fun, though. And I realized another problem. Sabrinaween has caused everyone to wear their hats and their horns and their halos. And you know what happens when everyone is in their hats and their horns and their halos? They're all taller than you. And you know what the floor is like? It's flat. So you're not, it's not leveled. So I couldn't see. It was awful. Anyway, so we go to the bathroom and I try to get away from Jake for a second to try and talk to security, like, please let me get an upgrade. I can't see, but he gets back to me really fast, so I couldn't do that. And someone else like posted they got upgraded, and I was like, hey, can you ask Team Sabrina for me? But apparently Team Sabrina had already left, and that was tragic. So anyways, when we get back from the bathroom, the venue pulls a stunt and they turn off the lights and we're all freaking out. Everyone starts screaming. And then the lights turn back on. And literally all the people in the Twitter group chat I'm in, they were all like, what was that? Like, literally, why? Also, at this point, I noticed the fact that all of Sabrina's team is all in blonde wigs. Like, all the audio people and stuff, it was ridiculous. And then the venue turns the lights out again, and we don't really trust them anymore. But then an intro turns on. And we all die. So we all freak out, and then I don't have a video of it, but instantly I knew something was up because I saw a lightning bolt in the intro video. I knew Sabrina was going to be doing stuff. I knew. And then if you didn't know, the Short and Sweet Tour is kind of themed as like an older TV show, if that makes sense, like a game show and then like a talk show, all of that. So it's the Short and Sweet show for the first act. So that intro comes on and then Miss Sabrina runs around in a towel to do like an outfit reveal. There was no outfit to reveal for our show. We already knew when we saw those bunny ears. Sabrina was a Playboy bunny. Again, she has never worn this outfit a second time. And at this point with the lighting, you could really see the theming. There were bats on the Sabrina Carpenter logo. There were spider webs all over the set. And on top of that, her microphone came down in a giant spider and she pretended to be scared. It was adorable. And everything about the show is so fun and unique. And I know if I wasn't at the show, I would literally be so jealous. Like, y'all don't understand. I would be insanely jealous. Anyway, she plays Taste and we all freak out. And then during the part with the mirrors, there are bloody hands on the mirrors. Like, girlie went all out. It was insane. The show was insane, but Taste was so fun. I love Taste. It's top 3 for me on Short and Sweet, so that was really fun.
Every time you breathe in, just know I was already there.
And then instead of a little baby doll dress for Good Graces and pretty much the rest of the set, she actually wears like a cape thingy. It was really cute though. It was really fun. So Good Graces, first of all, I love the choreography. It's so adorable, like little jazz squares. But again, super fun. And then she goes into Slim Pickens, and I will say Slim Pickens is not my favorite song on the album, but live, I could talk for hours. Slim Pickens live is perfect. Slim Pickens live, I love you. Sabrina, please put it on the set list for next tour. Also, I don't know what song it was during. I just looked back at my pictures. I literally like don't even remember this, but she goes over to a pumpkin with a black cat on it. It's literally insane. And then during tornado warnings, the emails I can't send really came out of me. And also, I realized watching back my videos, I think I was in shock and I didn't really realize anything was happening at this point. But I realized that there's like another guy on stage, and I think it's supposed to be like her therapist or an interviewer or both. But I like the theming, I like the vibes. But yeah, tornado warnings. Yes, I'm gonna say something controversial here. I love emails I can't send, and I love short and sweet, but I love emails I can't send way more. So hearing tornado warnings, I was so excited. And then Decode is my favorite song on Emails I Can't Send. So hearing it live and just having it get its flowers and having her perform it, I was holding back tears, y'all. It was incredible.
There's nothing left here to decode. Don't look in for signs and can't get from silence. It's just a
And then she goes from Decode to Bedcam. She might have played another song. I'm not entirely sure. I like blacked out that entire night. I just went back and looked at my videos. Anyway, she plays Bedcam, and she is in bed with a skeleton. I am so serious. It was incredible. And then, I love Bedcam. It's incredible. And then for the outro, instead of, like, doing stuff, I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say on YouTube. I'm sorry, y'all. She kills a man behind the curtains. It took me a second to understand what was going on, and then I realized she had a chainsaw. It was incredible. But also, the energy during Bedcam was, like, low. And I don't know why. Like, it's Bedcam? Why is the energy low? But the energy was low, and I did not appreciate that. Okay, so now it's time for Act 2, which is Sabrina After Dark. And she comes out in a costume of Sandy from Grease. And I think it took all of us a second to recognize it. Maybe it didn't, but I think when she said, like, I'm Sandy, we all kind of went like, oh, like it took a second. Anyways, during the band intros, They had blood on their names. So again, theming, perfect. Anyways, she comes out and she plays feathered jazz version, which is a choice. Is not a choice I would make, is not a choice I appreciated, but it was a choice. And then it goes into feather pop version, which no notes. Absolutely no notes. She killed it. I wish she would have done like the iconic choreo, but like at the same time, I see not wanting to do it in that outfit, so it's all good. And then she plays Fast Times, and I get that's like not short and sweet, so I guess like locals wouldn't know it, I guess, even though it was a single, but the energy was low, and it's Fast Times. Like, that song is insane. Why is the energy so low? Anyways, my energy was up. My energy was over the moon. I love Fast Times. I was losing my mind. And you know who else had energy? The girl next to me, who was whipping her hair every which way, including my face. I feel like it's hard because, like, if you have long hair, you can't really, like, you're not going to cut it for a concert. So I get that that's, like, hard, but, like, maybe put it in a bun or, like, up at all. Or don't, like, flip it around. Like, this was not, like, a natural thing. It was, like, it was not natural. So it ends up in my face. Like, in my mouth. Like, it's disgusting. I don't want to feel your hair. I don't want to chew on your hair. Put it away. And then she plays Read Your Mind, and I love Read Your Mind. Rest in peace, Read Your Mind. She cut it from the set list. But I would take Busy Woman over Read Your Mind any day. Not gonna lie. Anyways, she goes to the toilet for Sharpest Tool and Opposite, and I love this part of the show. It's actually like, first of all, I started crying during Opposite, like full on tears running down my face. Like, y'all, I was struggling. The entire night was crazy. And then Sharpest Tool, again, it's not my favorite song, but like live, it was incredible. And also, I wish, like, everyone's like, oh, she's singing on the toilet, so relatable. I wish. Like, y'all, if I were to sit on the toilet and sing, my parents would be like, what are you doing? Because I cannot sing, y'all. Like, if y'all want to hear it, let me know. If y'all want to hear me cover Sharpest Tool, let me know. It's going to be awful. So, let me know in the comments, though. But, so, it was not relatable for me, but she killed it.
I met your best friend. And a bird flies by and you forget. I know you're always in leaves you saw. Top of mine for me. We never talked about it. Found out at Texas house. They should find a space down the opposite. She looks nothing like me. So why do you look so happy? Now I forget because of it. You were hoping not to find the opposite.
So by this point, the people in front of us that were taller than me are gone. Like, they fully left. They brought all their stuff. They did not come back. It's not even halfway through the show, and I know those tickets were expensive. I was literally like, what are you doing? Why are you leaving? Anyways, better view for me. Can't complain. I was just very confused. And then she gets on her catwalk for Because I Liked a Boy, which was Really awkward considering the fact that I had seen Olivia Rodrigo at the same venue mere months earlier. But, you know, it seems like they worked it out. It seems like it.
It's not an illusion. Two kids going through it. You said I'm too late to be your first love. But all to be your friend. My hands on another choice. All because
And then she plays Coincidence. And I love Coincidence. So I wanted to love Coincidence live. But you know how she like kind of interacts with the crowd, shows the crowd on the screen during Coincidence. It was supposed to be like a cute moment, but it like kind of ruined any concert etiquette that was left. The girl next to me, by the way, the entire show, she was trying to outsing Sabrina. She would be like tapping her friends on the shoulder, like, listen to me, like, and then she would be like doing these like choir moves. So she'd be like, it's Slim Pickens. She could not sing, by the way. She was trying to out-sing her, though. It was really clear. She was trying to sing over her. She was trying to out-sing her. She was, like, telling her friends, listen to how good I sing. And I was like, girl. And she was filming herself. She thought she was all that. She was not. And she really annoyed me the entire night. But then also, there was a Teletubby in our section. There was a man, a grown man, front row of our section. Which, by the way, is too far back for Sabrina to see. She said she can only see the first 2 rows. She said this about the Eras tour. One would assume it's the same with the Short and Sweet tour. So, this entire show, starting from Coincidence, he keeps trying to get her attention, being a man-child. He is literally jumping up and down like a lunatic, trying to get Sabrina's attention. And she never gives him attention. But you know who does? Our section. And I don't know why we are enabling this man, but we were. And by the end of the show, he has turned to us. He's not even trying for Sabrina's attention anymore. He's front row of floor at the Short and Sweet tour, by the way. And he is jumping up and down, trying, like, for no reason, like, trying to get people's attention. And there was no reason. Nobody had passed out, none of that. He just wanted attention. This is not your show. There's a reason that you don't have your own show. I was so annoyed. Also, the other thing that happened in Coincidence was the girl next to me starts putting her arm around me. And I was so uncomfortable. Like, yes, I have friendship bracelets on. Yes, I could have traded with you. That does not mean that I know you. That doesn't mean that I'm comfortable with that. It was really awkward and I did not appreciate that. Please, if you go to any concerts, just after watching this, do not intentionally touch the people next to you unless you, like, actually know them. I don't care if you talked a bit before the show, like, unless you're friends with them, do not. Like, I don't know in what world we think that's normal, but otherwise, other than all that, Coincidence was fun, and she put on the leather jacket from Greece, and God, I need that jacket. It was so adorable. Team Sabrina, if you are watching this, please give me the jacket. Send it over. I will give you my address. DM me. And she spins the bottle, and in retrospect, there was only one song she was gonna play. We should have all known. She played Hopelessly Devoted to You, and I spent so much effort trying to remember the lyrics that I did not remember to film, and it will always be a tragedy because it was incredible. The vocals were vocaling. And then she talked about a noise. She was like, "Do you hear that?" And I thought, so at first I thought, oh, she's trying to be spooky. She's trying to make up a noise that doesn't exist. But she kept going. And then I thought, oh, she wants us to cheer. And I started, like, screaming, and everyone around me is like, what are you doing? And then she's like, no, shh. Like, Sabrina was like, shh. Do you hear that? And then she goes into nonsense. And then my friend was like, he, like, leans over. He's like, you got that, right? She was, like, saying nonsense. And I was like, yeah, I got that. I didn't get it. I was really confused. And nonsense, first of all, hearing nonsense live was incredible. It was so fun. No notes. But not having a nonsense outro was kind of sad because I need to know what she would do for Halloween outro. But Nonsense Live was so fun. Now it's time for Act 3, and before the lights even turn on her, I know who she is. There was a clear giveaway from her glow-in-the-dark wings. She was Tinkerbell. And she was the cutest Tinkerbell ever, but also Juno in a Tinkerbell costume is wild. So Doma Poetic gave me some of my favorite pictures of the entire night. She is just so gorgeous in these pictures. I cannot believe I took these. And then she arrests Griff, which, because it's her last night on tour, makes sense. But again, arresting someone for being too hot as Tinkerbell is wild. And yes, I did lean down for the bridge like Miss Tinkerbell Carpenter told me to. But hey, I do have a confession to make. I forgot about the Juno position until it was too late. I did not get a video. But I will put in my impersonation of the position in here. I will put in my interpretation, okay? Have you ever tried boo? So while she didn't scare me, I was surprised. It was cute. It was all good. And then Please 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 was so fun because she was walking around and her little wings were like bobbling a bit, like up and down. It was ridiculous. But it was also so fun. Another unpopular opinion, I don't like Please Please Please. I don't like it. There's something about it. I cannot stand that song. But it was okay live. It was fun. But it's not for me. I'm not a Please 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 enjoyer. But hearing it live, I had to go all out. So I'm warning you now, this video I'm about to show is going to make you so motion sick. And then Don't Smile as a closer makes sense, but at the same time, like, oh, it doesn't fit as a closer. It doesn't fit. I was not happy about it until I realized that she was gonna come out for an encore. It was time for the morning news, and everyone was asleep. Anyways, Sabrina comes back out without her wings on, and she goes, I'll just let you watch the video, actually. I'll just let y'all watch.
Morning, all you cool cats and kittens. It's 7:30 in the a.m. on a beautiful Monday morning. Let's wake on up now. Time to jump on that Java and crank up that caffeine. Up next, we've got a groovy track brewing to help you shake off that weekend wobble. It'll put a pep in your step and a bop in your hop. Give you that kick without that crash.
Oh my god, that's so scary. You guys fall asleep? What the hell? Guys, we got another song to sing. Come on! Wake up! Oh my gosh, what if I give you like vampire blood or Problem juicer. Espresso. You know me, every night long. You got sweet like a song. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me, espresso. You feel down, but I know. Such a lightning to know. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me.
The intro was literally perfect, and then I lost my mind. Like, fully lost it. Like, it was gone. Out the window, outside of the American Airlines Center, gone. Espresso was so fun. I love espresso. I'm an espresso girly. I drove over an hour to get the espresso ice cream from Von Leeuwen's. Like, I'm an espresso girly. Also, I got some of my favorite pictures of Sabrina during espresso, which is wild. Because I was jumping like I was a lunatic. Not in a man-child way, just in like a jumping up and down way. Not trying for attention or anything. Literally just because I was like dancing.
And I got this good boy, and he won't stop calling. When they act this way, I know I got him. You got the ex so beautifully, walking and drinking beautifully, talking out confusely. Yes, I know not to do it. That morning coffee beautifully, we'll tilt you up and leave it. Come on, Dallas! Now you know me. I'm working late, 'cause I'm a singer. I look so cute, got down my fingers. My sense of humor, you are so awkward. Honey, come get this falling. We got to act so beautifully, working and drinking beautifully, so scared I'm confused. I know not to do it. I'm on coffee briefly. It's your last chance, Dallas. We got it all. You know me, I know. Let's see like I saw. So you can see, baby, I know. That's not me, it's my soul. Put it down like I know. You're willing to know. So you can see, I
And just like that, the show was over. And oh my god, Sabrina Carpenter, I love you. And then the next day for Halloween, obviously I was dead. I like could barely walk to trick or treat. So, general thoughts on the show. Sabrina Carpenter is so talented. She has incredible stage presence, and I love how much effort and detail she puts into every show. However, her fans need to learn concert etiquette, and that not everything is about them. Because why are we trying to get the attention of literally anyone by jumping like a man-child? Why are we putting our arms around people that we don't know? That should not be normal. Anyways, those are my concert takeaways. Thank you so much if you made it this far. It really means a ton to me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Again, it helps a ton. Really want to get monetized so I can afford more concerts. And this will be a series or just like a bunch of videos about my concerts because I love to yap about them. Like, in case you can't tell, I love yapping. I'm really good at it too. I'm really good at talking. This video is 45 minutes without editing. And also, I'm starting a posting schedule. So I'm going to post every Friday unless I like post about like an exception. If I have like a really important thing that week, maybe not. And by the time that the next video is out, I will be a year older, so it's my early birthday, so that's really exciting. Can you tell I'm a yapper? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you went to the Short and Sweet tour, how you thought it was, if you wanted to go, if you have tickets for an upcoming show, let me know. That's really exciting. I hope you have the best time. And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye!